Hey, Dr. Lana Denny, Bulletproof Babes. And today I'm going to show you a clip of a 17-year-old who some guy tries to abduct and she successfully gets away from him, because this point illustrates three big concepts that you need to know to keep yourself safe and how she did it. All right, so before we get into that, let me just tell you the backstory. She works in a retail shop and she was there, I think, by herself. And this guy comes in and he grabs a bunch of stuff off the back shelf, and then she runs out and tries to keep him from exiting the store. At that point in time, he grabs her around the neck and drags her outside to his truck. And then the battle ensues. Okay, let's watch the tape. And just to let you know how that ended, she ran away. She ran into some people who helped her out. He jumped back in his truck and was arrested almost immediately. So here's her three big takeaways from this. First of all, you'll notice she doesn't really have any fight training at all, but what she is doing is she's giving it her 100%. She's flailing, she's screaming. She is not making it easy for this guy. And if you're a parent, or if you've seen a parent try to put a kid, a toddler, into a car seat, and they don't want to go in that car seat, and they're flailing and they're arching their back, you know how much effort that can take and how difficult that is, right? So imagine if that toddler was 110, 112 pounds. So you've got to fight with everything you've got. You've got to commit to that violence and to striking. You know, I really recommend that you do take some fight training. I took a military combative called Krav Maga. It changed my life. It made me a pretty good fighter, a lot more confident, and it gave me some friends that I'll have for the rest of my life. But even without that training, you can fight back. The second big takeaway from that is how this all started was she was trying to stop retail items from walking out the door. And I get it, she's 17 years old. Her responsibility was to sell the items, not let them walk out the door. But you know what? When you weigh the two things, retail items, her safety, what's more important? Her safety. As a matter of fact, her employer actually ended up firing her after that. Not worth it. If you work in retail, just let that stuff go. The third thing I really want you to take away from that is that if you are taken from location A to location B, your chances of survival plummet by 90%. That is a law enforcement statistic. So that is the time to fight for your life. The reason people go along with it, maybe they got a gun pointed at them or something and they get into that car, they think that they're going to escape later on. But unfortunately, it never really plays out that way. So the time to fight for your very life is at that first point where they're trying to take you to someplace else. Your best chances are fighting for your life right then and there. I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon.